guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here at the 2025 edition of the Detroit Auto Show. Of course, we had to stop at the Toyota booth, even though being Detroit, it's the home of the big three. Because of this vehicle right here, we had to make a stop. What is it? This is your all new, totally redesigned Toyota 4Runner. But before we get into this really iconic Japanese rough and rugged SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So Toyota is really firing on all cylinders. Not only have they redesigned the Tacoma, the Tundra, now it is the 4Runner's turn. Now remember, the 4Runner is very specific because it's a mid-size SUV, but it's body on frame. This sits on the same chassis as the Toyota Tacoma. It's been a hot minute since we've had a redesigned 4Runner. So what I want to find out is, for the price, is it worth going 4Runner Platinum? We already brought you the TRD Pro, the Trail Hunter, we even did the TRD Sport. And if you haven't seen those reviews, I'll leave some links at the end of this one. But is it worth it going the Platinum trim? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, the color. Underground, one of my favorite colors, really has a nice, classy, sporty look to it. And underneath the show lights, it really has those flashes of brilliance. Now at the front of the business, just like on the Tacoma, you have a smaller headlight housing design, and I think it really fits the attitude of the new 4Runner. Like the way they have this black at the top with the little ornamental design, the LED headlights and daytime running lamps and turn signals all nicely blended together. Now on the Platinum trim, you are going to get fully painted fender flares, and you'll notice that we have our functional corner air curtains. That was one of the things that when we were at the LA Auto Show, I kind of fell in love with. The TRD Sport has the painted fender flares as well. I know some of you have been on the fence about the gloss black fender flares on the TRD Pro. Now, as we come all the way down, you do have an air dam, but this is removable, so don't worry about that. They have these large holes if you're going to keep the air dam for our recovery tow hooks. And then as we kind of slide and shimmy, look at this, yeah. Slide and shimmy across the front, what are you getting when you go Platinum? You'll notice the dark chrome grille with the Toyota badge, nicely placed. And then look at the way they shaped this. They almost made it look like a lug nut around the Toyota badge. Working our way down, you have full functionality in the center. We do have a forward-facing camera, LED fog lamps, and then on the lower portion, you do have some gloss black, but it's nothing too heavy. And with a Platinum trim, this is more for that on-road driving fun and enjoyment in your 4Runner. Now, as we rise up, love the way they did the hood. And that's the thing is that you could see the family resemblance to the Tacoma, but it doesn't look like just a Tacoma with a bed capper on. It looks like its own specific vehicle. Now, underneath the hood is some hot controversy, some debating going on, some tongue wrestling, some mud wrestling. Now, your standard engine is going to be a 2.4 liter turbocharged inline 4, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It's putting out about 275 horsepower. That's a big difference from the naturally aspirated V6 that's on the previous generation. This particular one, as you can see by the badge on the side, is our iForce Max. So you're going to still have your 2.4 liter turbocharged power plant, but it's paired with an electric motor as a hybrid system. You're looking at 328 horsepower and over 400 pound-feet of torque. We now have a greater tow capability. Instead of 5,000 pounds, you're now looking at 6,000 pounds tow capability. That's the improvements that Toyota is making. Now from the side, I love the way they did the black around the badge. Really looks great with our underground color. And then dropping it down to ground level, you have these really nice V-spoke design wheels, gloss black. If you're wondering what's the size of the wheel, 20-inch wheel. Tires are going to be 265 on the width, 55 series sidewall, and you can see that TNGA-F frame set up in there with your upper control arm, your steel box frame. That's what makes the Frontier so unique. That's what makes the 4Runner so unique. It's sort of like the Tacoma that competes with the Frontier. Those are all body on frame vehicles. This being a 4Runner, you compare it to a Honda Passport, Passport is not on a truck chassis, it's on a car chassis. So that's where this thing really has that ruggedness. Now coming down the rest of the side of the vehicle, you do have gloss black on your mirror caps. We have 360-degree cameras. You will have the availability of adaptive suspension like you do on the Tacoma. I like the overall size of the 4Runner. Up top on our Platinum trim, you do have gloss black on the raised roof rails. That's gonna match nicely with the gloss black on our door handles. And then on the lower side, Platinum badge in that dark chrome. Now this does have electric dropping running boards, but the power has been eliminated from this vehicle sitting on the showroom floor. But obviously when we do the first drive, which is gonna be in a couple weeks, I'll be able to show you those automatic dropping running boards when you open and close the door. Now coming towards the rear, I'm gonna have Lori kind of showcase how you have that nice flare out on the rear passenger door coming into our rear fender and quarter panel. Another thing that I think was so smart, how they do a frameless rear glass window, the quarter glass window, no frame around it. And then swinging around the backside, love the fact that you don't have an exposed wiper. It's nicely tucked in to swing down up top. You'll be able to raise and lower the glass of your 4Runner. Can't do that on a Passport. And then you'll see, just like the headlights, they shrunk down our taillights. Full LED with a little bit of gloss black. There's our iForce Max badge. And then you have your Toyota name stamped nicely right in the middle. And then dropping it down to ground level, kept it really clean with our 4Runner badge, nicely blacked out on this Platinum trim. Tow capability, which remember, there will be a cover here to hide this receiver. You could tow up to 6,000 pounds. And they mounted the spare nice and high out of the way, but really has some great character to the design. Let's get inside and see what the 4Runner Platinum brings. All right, guys, we are inside the all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner, this being the Platinum trim. Now remember, this is a pre-production. You saw the sign on the window. It says prototype, but listen, in this industry, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. We're getting special access, so just keep that in mind. Now, I know you're probably sitting there and you're scratching your chin just like I am, and maybe you got a big beard and you're just like, do I want a 4Runner? You probably do. What is the price though? Here it is. MSRP starting for a Platinum trim is right around $50,000. That is an iForce Max engine. That's the hybrid power plant, over 400 pound-feet of torque. Made it to the 8-speed automatic transmission. But let's see what 50,000 is gonna bring you for that MSRP to the door panels. I love the way that you have the two-tone. That's actually a navy blue with that contrast, sort of like sand dune stitching. At the top it's black, but in the center it's navy blue on the armrest. No gloss black. You have your Coney dog holder in the center, 3 Coney dogs. And then I like the way they did this almost like wood style trim without actually murdering any trees. Down in the door pocket, you have plenty of room for 3 bottles of Shasta, and then we have the JBL premium sound system. Now going from the door panel to the dash, more of that navy blue soft touch goodness, the stitching. Love the finish in here. We have a little bit of a Twinkie holder up here, put 13 Twinkies, nice baker's dozen. This Platinum has the larger 14-inch infotainment system. I'm at the show. I can't power it on because we're inside at the convention center. Another thing you'll notice, you see the big hole up there? They took out the removable Bluetooth speaker. They don't want anybody to take a souvenir home. Same reason why we don't have a volume knob. All these things, people have sticky hands and they want to take home a souvenir. So that's why it's not here. Yours will obviously have a volume knob and a speaker. And remember, this has that multimedia software that you've seen before. Now, we have our nicely placed AC vent. You're gonna get dual climate control. Same story, I can't turn it on for you, but you do have heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and your nice toggle switches for your AC. Got an oh crap handle, in case you gotta take a dump for your passenger. 2 USB-Cs, a 12 volt. This is gonna control your 8-speed automatic, and if you look up close, we do have wireless charging. Then you come to the back portion, we have our mode selector knob, tow and haul. This is going to control your 4x4 trailer setup, camera views, 2 large cup holders, and then we have nice, super soft on the material. The stitching is great. Open it up, you could put about 5 packages of travel Kleenex. And the reason why you're gonna want those in there is that I really think that the current 4Runner owners, once they see this thing and once they drive it, they're gonna be crying that they've been complaining this whole time about it. So you wanna have those Kleenexes in there for them so they could dry those teary eyes. Seats, love the navy blue, nice headrests, the stitching, the soft-tex material, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver. The one sad thing is platinum trim, I don't get a panoramic sunroof. That's a zonk. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you the wheel in this 4Runner. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings in the platinum trim. Like the way you have your power seat controls, easy to get to, that lower lumbar. I'm 6 feet tall, and they did a great job making this just large enough. I don't need a supersized SUV. This makes sense the way it's organized in here. Steering wheel, great material, the perforated leather, the smooth leather, flat black on all the switch gear, even some stitching on the horn button. And then you'll notice all of our cornucopia buttons here. These are for auxiliary switches. You want to get a winch, auxiliary lighting. You could pop the rear hatch area, and we could even do exterior lighting down below as well. This does have a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel, and you are going to get a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. Guess what? If you haven't been listening, I can't show it to you because we don't have the ability to turn it on right now, being in the convention center. I don't know if you heard, but carbon monoxide will kill you. It's called the silent killer. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see if your passengers are going to be happy you went with this new 4Runner. All right, guys, back seat time. Remember, the 4Runner is a 2-row SUV. Lori really wanted to show the door panel, so we're going to do it. Love the silver finish. Look at that navy blue. Really gives it a nice style in here. Even the cup holders, you could put your Yeti can in here, and the JBL sound system. Backs of the seats, that soft-tex navy blue material. Large pockets, you could easily put, I would say, 20 issues of Mad magazine back here. And then if Lori squeezes a little bit, she'll be able to show you that we have heated seats, 3 stages apiece, 2 USB-Cs, a home power source, and AC vents. I have my own pocket here. I don't know why I have my door open. I always have the doors closed. I'm 6 feet tall, and there's plenty of room in here. Pull this bad boy down, nice soft with the 2 cup holders. And then I'm gonna give Lori a little bit of access here to show you the back cargo area. So being a 2-row, you have a large amount of cargo. You'll see there's a home power source all the way back in the corner, the JBL subwoofer. And I was kind of surprised that they kept these back here for like if there was a 3rd row, but it's gonna be good to put like supplies and stuff. You could put like your trail mix, you could put your Nature Valley granola bars, you know, whatever you want back there. It's nice to have the compartments. But like I said, if you're patient, you will be rewarded. Patience is a virtue. 2 weeks, we're gonna be driving the new 4Runner, so stay tuned for that, but we need to wrap it up from Detroit. All right, guys, such an exciting time being here at the Detroit Auto Show. Definitely want to thank Jennifer, Kurt, and the rest of the Toyota team for getting us access to this 2025 4Runner Platinum trim. Let me know what you think in the comment section. For the price, around 50 G's, 50 large, do you think that this is the SUV to go with? Let me know down in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rise family. Gotta thank Lori Raiti working that camera like the champ that she is. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.